welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am finally getting around to showing you guys what fits in my small Lady Dior. I may have a story time too. So if you want to see what fits in this beautiful bag, stick around. Okay guys, so I have had so many people ask me to do a what fits in this bag, and I've been meaning to do it. I have the Dior ribbon tied on it. This is the way I store it, sitting on the shelf with the handles up like this. Is this not the most beautiful bag you've ever looked at, you guys? I'm obsessed with this bag, and it holds a lot more than you might think. So for today's bag, I'm actually carrying my Louis Vuitton Alma. I love this little baby Alma. It's so beautiful. It was really hard to change out of my pink baguette, but it's supposed to rain here today, but it hasn't so far. But I did change into this because this is, of course, an all-weather bag, and I have this pretty little tassel on here from Dress Up Your Purse that looks like it was just made for the bag, you guys. And don't forget to check out my description box because I do have a coupon code for Dress Up Your Purse. They have fabulous items there. All right, you guys, so let's just get into what fits in my small Lady Dior. And I will be taking things out of this bag and putting them in this bag. And then I have a few announcements and, yes, a story time. Okay, let's get started. So I'm going to take things out of this bag and put them in here. So let me untie the ribbon. And I do store the shoulder strap inside of this bag. And this bag just has a flap that you pull out, okay? Just like that. Here's the beautiful adjustable strap with my charms on it. P. So there is the beautiful strap with my charms on it. P, my first name, heart, and the initial for my last name. I love this, you guys. All right, now, as you can see, it's pretty much an open hole. It does have a little front pocket here without a zipper, and then it has a back pocket with a zipper there. So you guys are gonna be surprised because this bag really does fit a lot of stuff. Well, maybe not a lot, but it fits your bare essentials. And really these days, that's really all that I take with me. I really don't carry a big makeup bag around with me anymore. I used to take one with me when I worked, but I never used it. So now I just take a lip gloss or a lipstick. Okay, so I'm gonna take everything out of my Alma. I always start out with my wallet. So this is what I'm using. I could use a card holder, but right now, this is what I'm using. I normally do carry a full wallet, you guys, and I really need to do a review on this wallet. I feel like it's been done a lot, but you guys, I love it. And I've got my cards, coins, and oh, I have a $1 bill in there. So I'm gonna put this inside my beautiful Dior. Just plop it down in there. There she is. All right, so of course this is my car key situation. This is the Tory Burch Jacquard print clay, and I absolutely love it. So in there I have, well, I've got some cards, I've got some cough drops, I've got my car keys. So this is my car key situation. So I will just put it in there right in front of the wallet. There it is. All right, so my house key situation and the key to Keith's office is on this 4-ring key holder that Winnie B. LV gave me for Christmas. Love you, Winnie. We miss you. Okay, so I just kind of stand it up in there on the side. There it is. All right, I always take my little Chanel mirror with me, and I'm gonna put it in the very front in that little pocket that doesn't have a zip. Just like right there, just slide it right there, okay? Now, I also have this Daisy Rose clay, and inside of it is lip pencil, lipstick, and Gas X. Yes, Gas X. So anyway, you guys, that's all I ever really refresh is my lips when I'm gone. So anyway, this fits, and I love this because it's larger than the Louis Vuitton clay. So let's see if all this fits in together. Maybe I'll rearrange. Maybe I will take this out and put this in on its side. Yeah, there it is. See? And then I've got to put my keys in there because I need my house key. And I'll just kind of stack it on top. Now, I've been wearing this lip gloss today. It's just a clear gloss. Like, I just have on a lip liner and a clear gloss. And I'm going to put this in that front pouch with the Chanel mirror. Bam. There it is. I can just grab my mirror and grab my lip gloss if I want to touch up my lip gloss. So that's in there. I also had tissue. I always carry tissue around with me. So we'll put it right on top. Bam. And I also had my CELINE Sunnies in this Louis Vuitton soft case, but I didn't have any reading glasses with me today. I didn't feel like I would need them. There are my sunglasses right on top. And I fold down the top just like that. Bam! That's everything that I had in my Alma. It holds it. Now it's full. It's full. But there's no stress. You guys, this is a great bag. How beautiful. This is one of the most beautiful bags in my collection. And I never thought that I was a Dior girl. I love this bag, you guys. It will not be my last. I would love to have, this is the small. I would love to have one size up, maybe in the So Black. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys because it surprises me how much stuff actually does fit in this bag. All right, so before I move on, that's everything that fits inside this gorgeous bag. Ooh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love this bag. I love it. All right, so, but I am going to take everything back out of it and put it in my Alba because, Alba? Okay, so I am going to take everything back out of it and put it back in my Alma because it is supposed to rain later today. We might go out to dinner. All right, guys, so that's that. I do want to make a few announcements. Okay, so I'm filming this on Wednesday afternoon. This coming Tuesday, I am going to Chattanooga to a clinic to have a revision done on my arms. Okay, I haven't really talked about my arms that much since I had the surgery, and you can see the scar there, and they look pretty good. They look pretty good, except right here. Okay, you see that? It's like a little blob of fat right here, and I don't like that. Like, the scar doesn't really bother me, but this little blob of fat right here really bothers me. Okay? And same thing on this arm. There's a little blob of fat. Now this arm is a little bit more scarred than the other arm. So what I'm doing, it's not like a surgery. It's like, I'll just be kind of sedated, and he's going to tight, I think it's called body tight, lipo out this little bit right here, this little fat part right there. He's gonna lipo that out, and with a laser, and it also heats it up and tightens the skin. Okay, so he's gonna do that on both sides, and then right here, my arm is kind of fatter right here than on this arm. But anyway, you guys, I know that you can't really see it, but it's something that bothers me. So if it bothers me, I'm gonna fix it. Okay, so he's also going to laser my scars, which will help the scars to diminish. I mean, you may still be able to see them a bit, but they really don't bother me, you guys. I don't really care. I just, you know, I'm happier with my arms now. I'm not so insecure. And for those of you who are new subscribers, I had a brachioplasty back about a year ago, I guess, because my arms were big and I was very self-conscious, and you know, it turned out really well. I haven't been working out, so if I work out and build up some muscle tone, you know, I'll look better. But this arm is a little bit more right here. It has a little more fat here, but I'm just going to have it refined and have the scar treated. So I'm excited, you guys. So I'm going to be doing that. I need to pre-film some videos to put up while I'm recovering just a bit, but it's a really minor thing. It's just a revision. So I just wanted to tell you guys about it, and then when it's all said and done, I'll come back and explain. How do you guys like this Versace headband? So today's the first day that I've worn it. I will tell you that this one, I love it, but it does come down lower right here than a lot of my other ones, and I tend to fiddle with it. Yes, fiddle. I tend to fiddle with it and kind of push it, whereas the ones that I get from Twine and Love, they're just perfect on my head. And that's another announcement that I wanted to make. I had people say your coupon code does not work. Okay, it doesn't work on Etsy. Maybe I didn't make myself clear, and that's probably the case. Go to the website Twine and Love and use YOTA15, and you should get 15% off. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna try it myself tonight because I might order a headband with my code just to make sure it works. But if not, I will get in touch with them. But it's not Etsy. She does have an Etsy store, but it's the actual website where you get the 15% off. All right, guys. So I was gonna also let you know that next week I have a collaboration coming up with Autumn Beckman, she begged me, and Dawn. So it's gonna be really exciting. I'm not gonna spill the beans what it's about, but it's a conversation, you guys. It's a conversation that I think that you guys will really be interested in. And Dawn is a relatively new YouTuber. She's been around a little while, and I feel like most of you know her, so you need to subscribe to Dawn. We have adopted her into our group, you guys. So if you're subscribed to us, you have to subscribe to Dawn. I'm going to put Dawn and Autumn's channel links below, so you guys check them out and subscribe. All right, so now I have a little story time. And the reason I'm telling another story time is because I've had so many of you say, oh, keep doing the story times. And you guys, there's a lot of stories that I can tell you guys. This first story is entitled, Would You Like to Buy Some Bubbles? Yes, would you like to buy some bubbles? All right. So when my children were growing up, we lived in a little neighborhood. It was just picture perfect. And I was a single mom, and I had 3 kids, and my nephew was over all the time because he's only 6 months older than my daughter, 2 years older than my middle son, and then my youngest son, he's quite a bit younger than the rest of them. So Jordan and Micah, they picked on poor little Matthew a lot. I mean, they really put him through it growing up, okay? And stuff I know now, I didn't know then. That's just how it goes when you're a mom. So this is a hilarious story. And I work night shift as a nurse on OB. I guess I was napping, and who knows the shenanigans that these kids are up to, okay? My daughter wasn't involved in this story. Okay, she wasn't involved in this. But my nephew and my son, they always wanted extra money and they wanted me to take them to the video store to rent video games. That was like a big thing back then, okay? And rent a movie. So, you know, they figured out a way to raise some money. And they were going door to door in our neighborhood, you guys. And they put little Matthew was probably about 5 years old, and they put little Matthew up to going to people's doors. He would knock on the door, and then Micah and my nephew Jordan were hiding and giggling behind a bush when they put him up to this, and he had a bottle of bubbles. Okay, you know that you dip the little wand in and blow the bubbles. Okay, so Matthew had a bottle of bubbles, and when the neighbor would come to the door, he would say, would you like to buy some bubbles? And Matthew was so little and just did anything that Micah and Jordan told him to do, okay? And the neighbors, you know, they all knew who he was. They all knew us, and they would say, sure, and give him $1. Or a quarter, or 50 cents, or whatever. Door to door, you guys. This was what was happening while I was napping. My child was selling bubbles door to door. You can't make this stuff up. So anyway, they go to, one of my really good friends lived right next door. We're still friends today. And She called me on the phone laughing hysterically, or I never would have known this happened, okay? And she said, "You're not gonna believe what your boys are up to." And I said, "Oh gosh, what?" She said, "They're selling bubbles door to door." And I'm like, "What?" She said, "They are selling bubbles door to door." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And so she told me, and Matthew had a little squeaky voice when he would talk, and she said that she was just sitting there in the house. Somebody knocked on the door. She went to the door, and little Matthew was like, "Would you like to buy some bubbles?" And she said, "Bubbles?" And she said, "Well, okay." And she gave him some money, okay? I don't remember how much, but gave him some money. Everybody gave him money. Gave him some money. How embarrassing, you guys. And then he dipped his little wand into the bubbles and blew bubbles. And she bought those bubbles. And she said, "Wow, I'd like to buy some more bubbles, please." And she gave him more money. And every time he would dip it and blow bubbles, he would get more money. And they came home with a bunch of money. I was like, oh my gosh. I could not believe that Micah and Jordan were putting little Matthew up to selling bubbles door to door in our neighborhood, you guys. Everybody in our neighborhood, if I would run into people in the grocery store or anywhere I would go, post office, whatever, people were just dying laughing. "Your little boy was selling bubbles door to door." I'm like, I know. And they made enough money, and I rented them some games and a movie, but you guys, I said, you cannot be selling bubbles door to door. I put a stop to that career, you guys. So anyway, that's my bubble story. Would you like to buy some bubbles? Actually, if you really think about it, it's a pretty good idea. And yeah, Jordan and Micah, and my neighbor Kim said, I could hear Jordan and Micah behind the tree, and they were just back there just dying laughing. If I would have known some things, like half the stuff that has happened with my kids has happened. I mean, things I know about now that I didn't know about then, you know what I mean? Have kids, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Selling bubbles door to door. So anyway, that's my bubble story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, I have one other story, and it just happened this week. It's not like a story, it's just something that happened that scared the pants off of me. And you know, I told you guys that I scared my mom and I scared Keith. The kapow story. Okay. Well, I guess this is just karma getting me back, because it was kind of dusk. Like, it wasn't dark and it wasn't light outside. And I went into my bedroom going to the bathroom. And the minute I walked in there, and I was home alone, the blind just flew up. Blah, 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 and it made this loud noise. And I screamed. You guys, it was worse than kapow, okay? It was worse than the kapow. I screamed to the top of my lungs, and nobody was there, and it just scared the crap out of me. So anyway, that's that story. I just kind of felt like I would tell you guys about that, because, you know, it wasn't really nice what I did to my mom and Keith, which actually, that story, it just kind of happened, and then I thought that was karma, you guys, paying me back, right? Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video today. I didn't have a lot to show, but I did have requests because you guys wanted to see what fit in my Dior bag. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll have another video in a couple of days, and I will see you guys again on another day. Peace.